guys you managed to write your paper 1. And at this juncture, we'll be talking about the proposed memorandum. And we see how much did we manage to score, so that we are able to see how much do we supposed to put in, and then we are able to collect our distinction. It is M.SAIDI. I always tell you that those people who study with us, with Thunder Duke, you will never regret. So I know that yesterday I gave you what called a scope. I will not call it a prediction. I said a scope for the journey for 100% pass rate. And I think our questions we gave you, they were, yeah, you guys, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's start without wasting time. Thank you so much, guys. I see you people are online. Yes, I see you. Okay, let's shoot, and then we see what did we expect from you. Actually, when I look at all the questions we talked about, questions are here. I expect you to get all the marks. Let's continue. The first question. The hormone that prepares the body for emergency. We said what? We said that hormone is called adrenaline. We said it, yes, properly yesterday. So which one of the following is the function of a placenta? The function of a placenta, we say that, make sure you know the functions of the placenta. I say that those processes which happens in your body. Excretion, correct. Nutrition, correct. Gaseous exchange, yes, correct. Protection, yes, the placenta protects but doesn't protect against mechanical injury, so out. So nutrition, correct. Temperature, the various option, okay. The hormone that prepares the body for emergency, we said it is which one? The hormone that prepares the body for emergency is adrenaline. So we said it. All right. Then they are saying that which one of the following are functions of a placenta? Functions of what? Of a placenta. So do we have excretion, nutrition, gaseous exchange, and protection against mechanical injury? We say this is out. They say that nutrition, yes. Temperature regulation, they said placenta. Temperature regulation, nope. So basically I see here it's out. This is out because of the mechanical, yes, it protects, but against the microorganisms. That's why a person can be for example, a person can be HIV positive while the baby is HIV negative. So it's being the placenta which is that does the function. So since it's not mechanical injury, so it's out. So this is out because of this, because of this, because of this. So the most correct answer becomes A. So A becomes the most correct answer. All right, we continue. The next question. They're saying that the table below shows the reaction time of 4 learners to stimulus. Right. Okay. I hope you guys were hearing me, because people are telling me I'm not hearing you. What? I hope you're hearing me now. All right. They're saying that the table below shows the reaction time of 4 learners to a stimulus. So we have the first one. You have this, you have this, you have this, you have, okay. Which one of the following learners demonstrate the fastest response to the stimulus? Fastest, it means that you're supposed to have the shortest time recorded. It means that you are the fastest. Because if you take long time, it means that you have low reaction time. You understand? So if you are very fast, it means that you have the faster reaction time. So the fastest is this. So the answer becomes D. We go to 1.1.4. A high level of thyroxine, high level of thyroxine in the blood stimulates. If you have too much thyroxine, we will stimulate the pituitary gland to secrete less TSH. You understand? Yes. Why do we have to be with less TSH? Because we have a lot of thyroxine. If it was less, then TSH would have been too much, so that more thyroxine is being produced. So the answer, the most correct answer here becomes A. Then we got the next question. Yeah, I hope you guys, you answered this correct. Which one of the following is the correct correct for normal? They say the normal pregnancy. They say site for fertilization is supposed to be fallopian tube, which is P. So wherever there is P is correct, could be correct, this and this. So automatically this is out, this is out. Then site for implantation should be the endometrium, which is Q. So the answer is supposed to be C. C becomes the most correct answer. We got the next question. Which part does zygote develop into a morula? Which part does the zygote develop into a morula? Remember, even if it is, you have a cell like this, you have 4 cells, it is becoming a morula. We call it an protected morula, and the morula is formed when because there's the moment fertilization takes place here, it moves as it divides. You understand? It moves as it divides. It moves as it divides. So here is the morula. You understand? This point, they are morula. So as it reaches here, from this point here, it becomes a blastula. You understand? So now the blastula becomes, since they're asking about the morula, so it's supposed to be P, because this is the fallopian tube. That's where the morula is developing from. I think you guys, you did this question yesterday. Yes. Don't want to refer them to you. Good. So the answer becomes, where is P? Where is P? Where is P? D becomes the most correct answer. They're saying that which the following list is the following is a list of male reproductive parts. Okay, male. Those are organs. Glands. Which of the following combination is responsible for formation of semen? Automatically it's supposed to be these 3 plus the sperms, but the sperms are not involved there. Urethra is just a part where these things are passing from. So it's supposed to be 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. So B becomes the most correct answer. The following is a list of growth response to the plant. Plant grow straight upwards. Upward growth increase in the number of branches. Stem towards the lateral line. Okay. Which one of the following combination describes the growth response that occurs when the apical buds of the plants are removed? So number 1, growth straight. This one can't happen. Upward growth. No upward growth. Yes, it can't grow upwards because you have cut the head. Increase the number of lateral branches. Yes, it's gonna form the branches. So this is correct also. Stem bend towards unilateralite. Stem bend towards unilateralite. How will it bend when you have cut the head out? So it looks to be this and this. Where do we have 2 and 3? 2 and 3. Yes, the answer becomes B. The answer becomes B. We continue the next question. Which one of the following is a correct for a person who exercise on hot day? You are exercising on the hot day. Okay, we shall see. Increase in ADH secretion and increase in the permeability of the renal tubule. Increase the ADH secretion and increase the permeability of renal tubule. Increased ADH secretion and produce a lot of, nope, you can't be producing a lot when it is hot. You have to sweat a lot. Decreased ADH. So if you decrease the ADH, So increase permeability, then it means that these are not linking, their not is out. Decrease the ADH, produce concentrated. So produce concentrated urine. Increase the ADH, increase permeability of renal tube. So if you have less ADH, yes, it means that more urine is gonna be lost, so it can't be concentrated urine. So this one, they are not clicking also. So the most correct answer looks to be A. So get A to be the most correct answer. We continue to the next question. Who got 20 out of 20, or who got 18 out of 20? Let me say it like that. We continue. Terminologies. The hormone that is secreted by corpus luteum. What did we say? Tell me. LH? Nope. The hormone that is secreted by corpus luteum. I'm seeing people here saying a lot of things. The answer is progesterone. The ovarian hormone that is secreted by corpus luteum is progesterone. The eye defect that is characterized by the cloudiness of the eye, it is cataracts. The production of ovum by meiosis, how do you call it? We call it oogenesis. The part of the retina that contains no rods and cones, we call it blind spot. They're saying the release of ovum from the ovary, how do you call it? Ovulation. The extra embryonic membrane that plays a role in the formation of the placenta. We say that it forms the outer layer called the chorion, which forms the finger-like projection called the chorionic villi. So it's what? Chorion. They're saying a plant hormone that this one was supposed to be got, everyone must be got. You know why? Because they gave you the answer here. The answer was there. So the answer is abscisic acid. They are saying that the maintenance of a constant internal environment with narrow limits. How do you call that? We call it homeostasis. They are saying that hormone that is responsible for who got 8 out of 8. Okay, we continue to the next one. You see people getting marks there. Good. The hormone responsible for development of secondary sexual characteristics. They said that was the question I asked you yesterday. It was not differentiating between the two. So the answer is estrogen, and I said not one. They want both of them because they are not specific to the question. All right, guys, the scope, the what, I'll call it what, I won't call it a prediction, I'll call it, I don't know, a project 100%. Yes, I think I will be in class, I think tomorrow, yes. Yeah, but I will put it on the channel so that you are able to see it, and then you are able to prepare yourself on time. All right, we are getting there. So the answer is both A and B. Remember, it's both A and B. It's not A and B. It's not both. It's both A and B. Play a role in pupillary mechanism. Pupillary mechanism, remember, is R with the C with the R and C. Radio muscles, then sacral muscles. So here we have ciliary muscles. So it is out. Radio muscles, correct. So it's B only. They're saying that plant defense mechanism is both A and B. Yeah, that's it. Plant defense mechanisms. Then they are saying, oh, who got 6 out of 6? See, it's easy, guys. Someone said yellow spot. Yellow spot where? We have not talked about yellow spot. It's a blind spot. They said no rods and cones. no rods and cones. So they are not saying high concentration of rods and cones. All right, they're saying that diagram below shows or represent a different moment, guys. A moment. It shows different. The diagram below shows different responses caused by the hormones. All right. Give the letter. Give the letter of the diagram that represents number 1 that respond due to abscisic acid. Remember we said that yesterday I gave you these hormones the way they are, and I said this works in winter. When system winter. We said this growth promoter, said it's the major one, and then we said this one works in summer. So, and I said that whenever you see the characteristics, so you must relate to that. Let's find out. Abscisic acid, we must look for dormancy, shading of leaves, everything which happens in winter. So it means that C becomes the most correct answer. Then they are saying that auxins, growth promoter, ne? Yeah, it's this one because it is bending. Yes, remember high concentration of auxin on one side will result in something else, either depending on the direction of the light. So it is Z. So the answer becomes, what is this? The answer becomes diagram B. Gibberellins. Remember, this happens in summer. Germination. That is germination. That's what called germination. So the answer becomes C. Identify the response shown by the root in the diagram A. Root in diagram A. Oh, the roots are bending downwards. So basically, they are positively geotropic. The response, they are positively geotropic. What if someone says geotropism? I don't know. But the response, it shows that it's positive. It's positive geotropism. So it's positively geotropic or positive geotropism. Rate, they're saying in diagram B, phototropism. Yeah, even geotropism they can give you because it's cool. It's the same thing here. They're saying that use X and Y in diagram B. State which side of the stem has the highest concentration of auxins. Remember, in shoot, we say that in shoot, high concentration of auxins will be going to the dark side. If light is coming from this side, like this, it means that the dark, and you see it's bending like this, it means that this is gonna be the light side, and then it's gonna be the dark side. You see, the dark side will grow faster than the light side. So basically, it's gonna be high concentration is gonna be X. Why? Because we have the side of auxins at this side, so that it's able to bend to that source. Then Brandon saying project 100, whatever you wanna call it, it was exception. Thank you. Yeah, don't worry, project 100%, ne? Project 100% is coming for paper 2. Yeah, don't stress. We must study together. We must study together. We kill the paper. We don't play. All right, we continue, guys. They're saying that rate of cell division. Since this one it grows faster, it has higher rate of cell division and elongation, so that now it can so it means that it's going to be also X. So it's X and X. Who got 8 out of 8? I know that you guys, some of them you didn't get it right, but you are collecting. This paper must be your turning point, guys. Yes, must be your turning point. Yes, project 100%, the neuron was there. It was there, and it gave you all the questions which are most likely to be asked. Let me see if those questions where we gave you, they're there. Name the type of neuron represented. Automatically we say this is a sensory neuron because the cell body is in the middle. Sensory. Identify part B. You said axon. You know why axon? Because the direction. This is a cell body. We say that the part which takes impulse away from the cell body is axon. So this is axon. You're saying D. Where is D? D is a cell body. Is a cell body. Is the cell body. E. Where is E? E is a dendrite. Is a dendrite. They're saying give what? Give the letter of the part that contains genetic material in the neuron. Obviously the cell body. So is C, which is the nucleus. Nucleus. So I will say that it's the nucleus. Insulates the how did you call it? You know what you have been calling it, ne? We call it myelin sheath. So where is the myelin sheath? So the answer is F. Oh, anyway, that's not the answer. The answer is not nucleus here, guys. I'm sorry. The answer is they said letter. So yes, is the nucleus. So the answer is just say C. C. Here insulates. They don't even want to know the name. Is F, which is myelin sheath. So the answer is F. Done. Makes the synaptic connection with the interneuron. It makes the synaptic connection. Remember, the impulse comes like this. So it means that this is the side of the what? This is the side of the receptor. You understand? So since the side of the receptor, this is the side of the central nervous system. So automatically A becomes the correct answer. A becomes the most correct answer. You see? So guys, you see that things are coming. Bring Mr. Mlalose 2 with you. He's energetic, that teacher. Hey, okay, Mr. Mlalose, I'm going to tell him. He was supposed to be here even for paper 1. Okay, let me tell him. Let me take the screenshot of that comment. I'll send it and I'll tell him he must be here for paper 2. Actually, yeah, it works, man. Yeah, so that we kill it properly. Yeah, Mr. Mlalose, one of the best teachers in Johannesburg West. Alright, I like my teachers. Yo, I like my teachers. Let's continue, guys, without wasting time, because I'm busy wasting your times, guys. Alright, we continue. People who are from Wiseman, tell Mr. Mlalose we are coming. In birds' eggs, the yolk is the main source of energy for the developing embryo. That table below provides the information about the eggs of some birds type. Okay, the type of bird. Okay, I don't care about the type of bird. I don't care. What I care about is the amount of energy each yolk has, because the more energy it has, it means that you have more energy to build your body, so that by the time you are born precocial. You're able to, everything is all right. Let's start. Explain why. They're saying explain. Why am I explaining? Explain why we may conclude that the dark display precocial development. Explain why. Where are the darks? Oh, they have large amount of yolk content. You see the dark, this is the thing average. The average yolk content in the egg is higher, which makes the ducks to develop fully before they are given, before they hatch. basically, before they do what? Before they hatch. So that could be the answer. So the ducks, they have high energy in their yolk. Therefore, it means this energy helps them to develop fully. We continue. Name. So basically, it's about the energy. If the yolk has too much energy, it means that it has to develop fully. Name 3 birds that would have a higher degree of parental care. It means that they have less energy to develop to maturity. So it means that they are born atricial. Hey, they are born what? Atricial. So we come here, we look for the one which has the lowest amount of energy. It's 1. So it's the vulture. You write the vulture here, Mr. V. It is the eagle. You write the eagle here, Mr. E. Which one has the another one? I think it is the pigeon. So basically the answer is verb. It's the vulture, is the eagle, and it's the what? The pigeon. What are you? Are you a vulture? Alright, give a reason for your answer. Because they have the lowest amount of average yolk content in the egg. Their energy is less. Therefore, it cannot give the embryo to develop fully. So they will need parental care when they are developing. Alright. We got the next question. In the diagram below shows the part of the male reproductive system. What is A? Epididymis. What is B? Vas deferens. What is C? C is what? C is the obvious testis. Okay, they're saying name, letter, and the name. Gland that secretes testosterone. Testosterone secreted by C. Then uterus is testis. Hey, someone write testis like this. Others they write it testis like that. Who is correct? Who is wrong? This is one. These are many. So part that stores sperms until maturity, epididymis, which is A. You write epididymis. Explain the role of the scrotum. I told you. Let me just even keep quiet. Scrotum, basically they are very important for temperature regulation. They help in the contraction so that they can push the testis up. You understand? When it is cold, and then relax so that they can pull the testes down when it is hot. So basically they help in the temperature regulation so that the sperms can have the optimum temperature for the sperms to what? To be produced. That's it. Then we got the next question. Next question, explain the role of sperm. Okay, we're done. Name and describe the process of spermatogenesis. The way I was singing it yesterday, even I should not even repeat these things. I must not even repeat these things. The way I was singing this song yesterday, under the influence of testosterone, the diploid cell in the seminiferous tube undergoes meiosis to form 4 haploid sperm cells. In the vein, I said, done. Under the influence of testosterone, the diploid cell in the seminiferous tube undergo meiosis to form 4 haploid sperm cells. We don't want anything else from that. Then you get your mark. Hey, life is nice. Even I told you take a screenshot. So you guys go back to your screenshot. I told you take a screenshot here. Take a screenshot here. Yeah. Let's continue. I must not talk about that anymore because it's done. Anyway, it can help those people who will watch it after. The thickening of endometrium varies throughout the menstrual cycle of the female. Okay. The table below shows the result recorded for the woman when who had endometrial thickening monitored for a period of menstrual cycle. Okay, sharp. Let me see if they ask you questions I told you to try to answer. All right, they're saying that describe decreased refer to the ovarian hormone. Explain the decreased thickening of endometrial wall, endometrium from day 0 to. Remember, what makes the endometrium to be thickened and kept thick is because of the estrogen and progesterone. And at that time, we don't have what? Let me do like this. I don't know whether I have it here. I don't know whether I have it here. Don't do that to me. It's not here. It's not here. Okay, it's fine. It's not. I wanted to show you something, which okay. We are saying that in this case, remember we say that the function of estrogen, yes, is to prepare the uterus for implantation. You understand? And then the function of progesterone is to maintain pregnancy by making the endometrium more thicker, more vascular, more glandular. But on day 0, and even I asked you, some people think that there is no day 0. Then I said before the cycle starts, you are still in hours. How many days are those? It's day 0. So that's what it means. So during day 27, if this is the menstrual cycle, the progesterone was low, it increases. During those days, it drops down. When it drops down, it means that the endometrium wall will all start what? To shrink. And then now blood starts to come out. So describe the decrease in the thickening of the endometrium from day 0 to day 7 is because of the decrease in the level of progesterone before, so that resulting in the shrinking or breakdown of the endometrium. You understand? And then the thickening starts to what? To decrease. All right. So it's basically you have to talk about the progesterone decreasing, yes, and what is the effect of the progesterone decreasing, resulting in the shrinking or breakdown of the endometrial wall, and then leading to the decreased thickening. So as menstruation is happening, is shading the endometrium wall. Yes, increase in the thickening of endometrium from day 7 to day 14 is because the body there is developing Graafian follicle, which produce from day 7 the Graafian follicle starts to develop. You understand? Because of the increase in FSH. So the level of FSH increases, makes the Graafian follicle to increase or to develop. When it develops, we say that it starts to produce estrogen. So the estrogen will build this. So your answer must be linked to is because of there is increased production of or secretion of estrogen, which thickens the endometrium so that fertilization can happen. You understand? So estrogen for what? Estrogen for thickening of this endometrium, for preparing for this fertilization take place. Okay, describe the change in the endometrium wall, that cause it to become thicker. So here, what makes the endometrium wall to become thicker? It is describe the changes in the endometrium that cause it to become thicker. It's because of the more blood vessels, more blood which is being supplied, more cells starts to develop on the endometrium wall. So therefore, that's why I say that it becomes thicker, vascular and glandular, meaning that it starts to produce. So as more blood flows into the endometrium, so that's why I'm saying that when you have a sponge, when you pour blood, when you pour water on the sponge, it starts to increase in size, thickens. So it's the same story here. So more blood will flow into the endometrium. You understand? And then the endometrium starts to become what? Thicker. Yes. State the significance of change of endometrial thickening described above. Why should it be thickened? It's preparing the uterus or this endometrium for implantation. That is the significance. Why should it increase? So that it's preparing for implantation. You can't get a wife when you have not prepared. You cannot get fertilization when you have not prepared where you're going to put the baby. You see, so we start preparing the babies from their mothers. The mother must start preparing. Imagine you start preparing something which has not even happened. You don't know whether things are going to happen. You know, they don't know that people are using rubbers. All right. Draw a bar graph. You know, I saw people drawing previously in different papers. When they ask people draw a bar graph, you see someone drawing a histogram. Why? So in this case, remember, a bar graph is supposed to have spaces. You understand? It must have spaces. But this bar graph, what did they say? Draw a bar graph of results in the table. It's simple then. This is X, this is Y, I, D. Independent, okay? This is gonna go on X axis, on Y axis. Then you draw your bar graph. So this one is gonna be the same: 7, 0, 7, 14, 21, 28. Then the scale. You have to have a proper also scale. Yes. Remember, these are days. These are what? These are days. You understand? These are days, so they remain unchanged. It's independent. It's like countries. But the scale here is very, very important. So it means that the 0 will go with the 14, the 7 will go with the 3, and then the 14 will go with the 5, and then 21 will go with the 13, like that. So the bar graph, you guys, I should not even take too much time in there. So it must have the caption. It must have the caption. It must be a bar graph. It must have the scale. The scale must be properly done. The x-axis and the y-axis must be also labeled properly. It must plot. You must have proper plotting. You must plot it properly, because there you get 2 marks. Someone is asking, what if I drew a histogram? No, don't stress. You lose 1 mark. You lose 1 mark as the type of graph. You drew a bar graph, a histogram instead of a bar graph. You lose 1 mark, and then the rest, if you did them correctly, you'll get them. Yeah. So not down the drain. Yeah, you still have the mark. You still have what mark? Maponga. Mapanga. All right. Let's go to the next question. The diagram below shows the difference in the diameter of the arterioles, and very small arterioles, those are the blood capillaries. Remember the question I asked you yesterday. The surface of the skin, they're saying the differences are due to the changes that occur during thermoregulation under different environmental conditions. Diagram Y shows the arterioles under normal. Okay. Diagram Y shows, okay, sharp. Name the type of brain that, name the part of the brain that controls thermoregulation. That was the first question I asked you when we are here, and then I say that it's hypothalamus. They're saying that give the letter of the diagram representing the arterioles on cold day. Cold day, remember we say that when it's cold it constricts, when it's hot it dilates. So cold day is going to become X. So X becomes the cold day. Explain the significance of the changes in the diameter of the arterioles from the normal condition to the condition in Z. Where is it? Normal to. Explain the significance of changes in the diameter of the arterioles. Explain the significance of the changes in the diameter of the arterioles from the normal condition. okay, this normal condition, to Z. It means that now this time is hot, so I need to release some of the heat. So it means that it's gonna the diameter has widened. That's point number 1, which we call vasodilation. That's point number 2. It allows more blood to flow near the skin. That's point number 3. You understand? Then this leads to more heat loss to the surrounding. That is point number 4. So we need to know that this is vasodilation. What causes it to be vasodilation is because of the diameter of the pupil, the diameter of the blood vessel, the lumen basically has dilated, has widened. Then you need to tell us, when it widens, what is the cause, what is the function? More blood will flow near the skin, okay, right? Then after that, more heat is gonna be lost to the surrounding, and then this will help you in cooling of the body. And the question was saying that, the question I gave you, it was saying that please make sure that you go when you know how to describe thermal regulation in hot day. Yes, so now you understand why I was telling you that, so that at least you know that you have the ideas. We continue. So guys, we must prepare for paper 2. They're saying that describe ISS, describe the condition where children have normal birth height, but grow slowly and do not reach the expected height for their age group. Okay, this condition is not malnutrition or different lifestyles. Okay, the scientists investigated the effect of hormone on, all right, the procedure as followed. The quantity was obtained on the parent group on, yeah, okay. The boys were divided into 2 groups, okay. The participants in group A received human growth hormone at a daily dosage of this, per kilograms, okay. The participant in the group B did not receive any hormone, so it's gonna become as a control experiment or group. They're saying that the height of the participants was measured and recorded monthly until each participant reached age of 18. All right, we continue. We go to the next question. What are they saying? They're saying that at age 18, at 18 years of age, the average height in group, okay, it was 8 centimeters, more than that of group B. State the dependent variable. They said it here, the growth hormone on the height of children with this. So basically, height of children with this becomes the dependent. The height will depend on the hormone they have added. All right, so we continue the next question. They're saying that list 3 variables that were kept constant. What did they keep constant here? What did they keep constant here? Obviously, they kept the gender, because they said boys. They said boys, isn't it? They kept the gender. They kept, I see here, the gender, the amount of doses they gave them, what age did they give? They give them 18. So basically they kept the age of the participants at the start of the investigation. I think that's 1. Then when I see that they kept the gender of the participant, how many times did they measure it? They say the height of the participant was measured and recorded monthly. So it means that they kept the frequency of times, the frequency of height measurement. Like how many times they measure it. It means that they measured the height monthly. They were not passing it, or in a month they were not measuring it 2 times. No, so it means it's also was kept constant, or any other which you think that is correct. Yeah. Explain the purpose of group B in the investigation. Yeah, we talked about it. Is acting as a control experiment to compare the results. They're saying that calculate the daily amount added to human growth hormone that was given to a boy with mass of 25 kg. Show your working. This one was, they brought this question. Which province was that? I think it was Gauteng, ne? Similar question. Okay, they're saying that each kg is 0.8. So it means that it's gonna be 0.028 milligrams per kg. They say the per kg. So how many kgs do we have? 25. So times 25. So the answer becomes, I don't know, 0.7 milligrams. Yes, correct amount of, meaning that this is what they gave them. This person who is 25 kg was given 0.7 milligrams per day. Is it per day? Was it per day? Milligrams daily. Yes, per day. Conclude. Give the conclusion. Give the conclusion of this investigation. It shows that the people who are given the medication, they did grow. So the addition of human growth hormone increases the height of the children with the ISS. The addition of growth hormone basically increase the height of, or the height of the kids with the ISS. So basically that's how you have said it. Someone saying Max gone. Where is going? 0.7 G. All right, I hope you guys got it. You got it, né? But remember, always units are very important. I don't know how they will mark it, but that's it. Let's go to question number 3. Oh, who got 50 out of 50? Okay, who got 30? You know, we believe others, né? 35 out of 50, because they, I think, yeah, at least if you have 35 and above, at least, yeah. Let's go to the eye, because we talked about the eye. They're saying that what is A? A is aqueous humor, B is the pupil, C is the what? The iris. Identify A, B, C. We are done with that. Describe the appearance of the cornea on the appearance of the cornea of the eye with astigmatism. The appearance of the cornea with, remember, it is the cornea, the person with astigmatism. We said yesterday that you have uneven distribution of the cornea. The cornea is unevenly distributed, meaning the thickening is not the same. Then they're saying that explain how astigmatism affect the vision. Because of uneven distribution of the cornea will result in the light rays being distorted. You understand? Like the rays are not entering properly, they are going to different direction, resulting in the formation of multiple images. Which makes the person to see a braille what? To have a braille what? Vision. So you're going to have a braille vision, you're going to have multiple images which are being formed there, meaning that you don't have a sharp, meaning that the light will not fall on the yellow spot only. It will form different parts of the what? Yeah, it will form different parts of the retina. And then, yes, since it is not one image, because it's multiple, so it means that you will not be able to see properly. And I gave you an example of a mirror, and I say that when you are looking into yourself in the mirror, one image. Nice. But when you break the mirror, you see multiple images. You don't know which one to focus on. So that's what exactly happens. How do you treat this? We can treat it by laser therapy, or we can use contact lenses. Yes. So that's it. Brain. What did we talk about the brain? Okay, the brain. What are they saying? What if you say the light will fall behind the retina? For astigmatism, light does not necessarily falls behind the retina. It forms I don't want to show you. I wanted to show you, but I don't want to show you. I don't want to show you, but I don't want to show you. I did not link the distinction material book here, but maybe I would have shown you, and then you see exactly what I'm talking about. So we got the next question. Name the branch of the nervous system shown above. Branch, I see the brain and the spinal cord. Obviously, it's central nervous system. Done. Isn't it? I see the brain as central nervous system. Don't write it like this. Write full. Get a letter and the name. Letter and the name of the part that is responsible for balance. Balance. That balance and name part that is responsible for balance and coordination. Balance is controlled by the cerebellum. That one. Balance and equilibrium. So the answer is Z. What is it? Let me see. What is the answer? The answer is B. The answer is B. The answer is B. And the answer, if it's B, let me see if everything is right. Everything is all right. Yep, everything is all right. We got the next question. Control breathing. Breathing is involuntary. So if it's involuntary, then it means we say that involuntary action is C, which is medulla oblongata. C, medulla oblongata, involuntary action. Control skeletal muscles. Everything you do with your skeletal muscles, that is voluntary. That is voluntary. When you pull a gun, shoot someone, shoot a dog, shoot a cat, whatever, what happens? They will jail you. Why? Because you used your muscles voluntarily. If you are not, your brain is off. That's when you say, oh, you didn't do it voluntarily. You didn't know what you are doing. So basically that becomes what? Becomes A. So that becomes A, which is cerebrum. It's gonna become cerebrum. So this one, we said this one becomes B. B, cerebellum, and then C, which is the medulla oblongata. A is the cerebrum. Describe a path traveled by the impulse. Guys, don't tell me that you disappointed me here. Don't tell me that. And even I told you 6 marks is gonna come as 6 marks. I hope you guys did not let me down. Okay, here you describe the path traveled by impulse from A to D, whereby the impulse is detected by the receptor, travels along the sensory neuron, enters the spinal cord via, I even told you, take a screenshot, via the dorsal root, then enters the spinal cord, connects to the connector neuron by the synaptic connection. The connector neuron transmits the impulse to the motor neuron via another synaptic connection. Then the motor neuron moves out of the spinal cord via the ventral root to the effector, and then causing the effector to contract, and then you bring. That's what they wanted you to explain. I know that here you will get some marks when you explain the stories. Yeah, still you will get some marks. You understand? Yes. They're saying that describe how the eye accommodates for distant object, and that was the same question. More than 6 mirrors. Okay, we said, remember I said that the lens is supposed to be small, because the plane, when you see it far, it appears to be small, and then now it means that if they are small, it means that the muscles attached here, they are supposed to be pulling so which you call the suspensory ligaments. So it means that now this one they work antagonistically, so it means that it relaxes, so ciliary muscles relax, suspensory ligament become taut, the tension on the lens increases, the lens becomes less convex, the refracting power decreases, then a clear image is focused onto the retina. Basically they want accommodation for a distant object which is more than 6 meters. All right. We continue. The ear. Let's see what we talked about the ear. Yeah. A, pinna. B. What is B? Is ossicles. E is eustachian tube. D, cochlea. Semi-sacral canals. A, pinna. We start. So A and B, we are done. Give the letter of the parts that are normally filled with the fluid. They say the normally. There are other parts which are filled with the fluid, but it's not normal. For example, if you have middle ear infection, we say that middle ear infection is when the middle ear is filled with the fluid due to what? Due to bacterial infection. But this one, they said normally things which are normal, we find the semicircular canals. So the answer is C, and they find the cochlea. Remember we said that here we have what called the lymph, which is a fluid. So basically it's gonna be D and C. So the answer becomes D and C. Describe how balance is restored when there is a change in the speed and direction. They only want speed and direction, and I told you take a screenshot of SAIDI's mode of balance. All right. What do we say? We say that from our distinction material book, we say that change in the speed and direction of the head, this is what we said, stimulates stimulates the cristae. It's the cristae which is speed and direction, maculae which is for position. So change in the speed and direction of the head stimulates the cristae found in the ampulla of the semicircular canal. The stimulus is converted into a nerve impulse which is sent along auditory nerve to which part is to cerebellum for interpretation to restore balance. Simple. What if you said suspensory ligament contract? Guys, I said yesterday that don't use the word tight, because don't use the word contract. We use the word tight, tighten, or taut, because they don't contract. It is the other ciliary muscles which contract and relax. I explained it even when I was teaching, but now I can't explain because we are looking for the answers now. Then they are saying that when a person is exposed to loud noise, okay, let me hear about your loud noise. By the damage to their hair cells in the organ of Corti, the cells cannot be repaired when damaged. Okay. Placing earplugs in the auditory canal can prevent the damage to their hair cells. Okay. Explain the damage to the hair cells in the organ of Corti that can lead to hearing loss. Explain the damage. Explain how the damage in the hair cell in the organ of Corti can lead to the hearing loss. Obviously, if you damage the hair cell, it means that the vibration, which is the stimulus, will not be converted into a nerve impulse. The vibration or the stimulus of vibration will not be converted into a nerve impulse, meaning that damage. If it is completely damaged, it means that you will have less. If it is completely damaged, the vibration will not be converted. You understand? They said hearing loss, not deaf. complete deafness. So you'll be here, but you'll be having some loss of, meaning that less stimulus will be converted into a nerve impulse, yes, or less vibration will be converted into a nerve impulse, you understand, which is sent to the what? Meaning that less will be sent to the hearing is a sensation, to cerebrum. Less will be sent to cerebrum, you understand, and then it means that you're gonna have to be with hearing loss. Less vibration will be converted into a nerve impulse. Less impulse will be sent to cerebrum for interpretation, leading to hearing loss. So basically that's it. Then they're saying that ear plugs can prevent damage to the hair cells in the organ of court. Explain how. Basically, first of all, it reduces noise, so there will be noise reduction. Number two, you can talk about protection of the hair cells, because there will be less vibration going to the ear. Then you can also talk about so it protects the cells. You can also talk about maybe reduction in the damage of the cells due to I said, first of all, you can talk about noise reduction has been reduced. You can talk about the protection of the what? The hair cells. You can talk about the reduce in the damage of the cells. It reduces the damaging of the cells. Maybe let me say like this: damaging of the cells due to overstimulation. Because if they're overstimulated, it means that they are going to become a problem. So that's what it means. We got the next question. The graph below shows the insulin level of the 3 people over 24-year period, 23-hour period, where they were treated as person A, healthy person who receives no treatment, person B with diabetes mellitus with someone saying no stimulus. The word of no stimulus, I'm not so sure if they will give you a mark, but they might give you, but because they said hearing loss, so it means that it could be less. Okay, if you use less, you get less. If you use no hearing loss, no conversion, it must be no. It must be no throughout, or less conversion, less stimulus, less impulse is sent, hearing loss. You understand? Or no. Okay, we continue. Is the last question. All right, let's see. Then they are saying person B, a person with diabetes mellitus who received rapid acting insulin injection before each meal. You understand? Then they are saying the person with diabetes mellitus who received daily injections. So this one received daily what? Injections. All right, let's see what are they saying. Here you have the graph of the people who are doing the insulin stuff. They are doing what? The insulin stuff. Person A, we see here a problem that is always down. So it means that this person won't have energy. This person won't have energy during that time. Imagine if you have not eaten. So it's going to become a problem. And then this one is always constant, meaning that you must have to be sometimes high, sometimes low. Okay, name the organ that secretes insulin. We said what? Pancreas. State the number of meals were eaten in 23 hours. It's the first meal, second meal, third meal, 3 meals. They're saying that tabulate difference between long-acting insulin treatment and rapid-acting insulin treatment over a period of 23 hours. If you are looking at the timing, look at the timing. When did they inject them? For long-acting, you see, which one is long-acting? Which one is long-acting? They said rapid. This is a rapid, and then this, it means that this one, if it is long-acting, so it means it's gonna be like this. So you see, so for long-acting, we see that it is usually once, it is being injected once daily, and usually at the same time. So it means that it's being given to them at the same time, so it keeps on acting like that, you see. And then it is being injected in here, and so that it increases in you see. And then what about the rapid one? Rapid one, every time before meal you inject, every time before meal you inject, every time before meal you inject. You see, that's why it increases, goes down, it increases, goes down, increases. So you see here, once in a day, here. Then the rapid one, every time you eat. Then for long, we can see that it's relatively constant. You see, it's relatively constant. You understand? While the other one, it has peaks. It causes peaks of insulin. You see, it causes what? Peaks. Let me clear it. It causes what? Peaks. So those peaks, they are there. Then lastly, give the type of insulin. Give the type of insulin which is being used. So which type of insulin is being used? Name the type of insulin treatment that is similar to the insulin secretion in a healthy person. So do you think it is the one for long, or it's this one? So the answer is the rapid acting insulin. That's how it looks like. It's this one, the rapid acting insulin, the rapid acting insulin. And then explain why the person B may experience lack of energy, after receiving rapid insulin injection if no meal is taken. Automatically, remember, when you inject, the person is gonna convert what was there before you eat. What was there, because you injected before, what was there is being converted into glycogen, and then now you're gonna be there without energy. That's why you see that even it goes below, and then after that you inject, then after that it goes below. So it means that this person will not have energy, because the energy, the glucose which was there, has been converted into glycogen. Yes. Oh, it's done. I hope, guys, you got 130, at least 130 out of 150. Thank you so much, guys, for using the distinction material book. Those who don't know about the distinction material book, you access it through join the link. When there is a button just below your video, it says join, you join there. That's where you can access it, guys. Our project 100% was number one. Thank you so much. At least in our project 100% plus or minus, the percentage I wrote there was 95%. I hope it was correct.